Hey everyone, Jamie Phillips here with you from Action Auto Parts. Beautiful day after about a week of rain and the second COVID shot kicking my hind end. Yeah, I didn't want to take it, and I fought it for a long time, but my wife, with my heart condition, wanted me to, so I finally did. Anyway, out here today, I sold a guy, I think he's down in Georgia, some parts off the 65. I've done pulled that emblem off. He bought all the little trim that goes between the tail lights, and then it's off the gas lid. So I got all that off, and he needs just one brace. And I only throwed a couple things in the Tahoe. Wasn't thinking, which I only live 1.5 miles from my farm, but he needs this brace. I got that one out, but I got to go get something so I can get that bolt there out. And then I'll have his order pulled. So if any of y'all are needing any parts off of a 65 Fairlane, kind of a bastard year, I guess. It's the only year that looks like that body style. It's 4-door, but I'm parting it out. It'll eventually get back in the junkyard along with the rest of these. Well, not my wagon, but I also got this big New Yorker. I think it's a 63, and I'm parting out. I've already sold some stuff off of the 66. Now I do have the headlight bezels, but I sold they're laying in it, but I sold the bumper guards off the front. Guys got to come back and pull the exhaust. It had practically new exhaust underneath of it. He's from down in Sevierville, and he likes one bolt having the back bumper off, and it was giving him fits, and he said he'd be back. It's paid for, and he bought the tail lights and stuff, so that's a good parts car. If anybody's needing anything there. The little Fairmont, I'm not going to part it out. I like it. May do a Fox body 5.0 swap and do some stuff on it. 63 Galaxy 500 XL. I ain't sold nothing off of it yet, but to be honest, I've not really promoted it on any of the groups. But anyway, 2-door box top. Bucket seats, automatic in the floor. Still got the 352 in it. AM FM radio, which is kind of cool. And of course, most 68, I think it is, GMC. It was a former railroad truck. Look, those wheels, 19-inch wheels on that thing. Yeah, I have some big old sockos. And it's got the old big block, I think you call it or whatever, but the V6. It's kind of got like the W head. There goes one of our sheriff deputies out the road, protecting and serving, I hope. And so anyway, yeah, that old truck, if I don't get them back in the junkyard before winter, I'm going to at least line them up here on my gravel pad, which had a guy supposed to come spray all of that, and he stays busy, so I'm not shocked that he's not been here yet. But this is where my garage is going to go, 60 foot that way and 40 foot this way, with a 15 by 20 porch, and then the rest of that will be parking. But yeah, got those already out here at the farm. And then of course I got another, I don't know, 50 something at the house. Over in the weeds is what's left of the 67 Le Mans I've been parting out. It's been a good car for no more than I gave for it. It's paid for itself a few times over. And of course I got the Dodge truck. If you look between the post back there, and I've got a 64 Plymouth 4-door. It's been cut up. I've sold some stuff off of it, and an old, I think it's a 58 GMC dump truck that's back there. Of course, our campers that we're wanting to fix up. But just a beautiful day. Old Glory waving in the wind. Skies are bright blue. And man, I'm just loving life. I love these temperatures. If it stayed like this year round, or just a degree or two warmer, I would be stoked. But those of you that's watched, I'm gonna go over and feed my fish and feed Blue. He's a bluegill that lets me, I lean down over the edge of the dock with some hot dog buns, and he'll come up and take it out of my hand. I've patted on him a little bit, but he's something else. But anyway, there's my farm. Part of it you can see. I keep it mowed like a yard till we get out here and can run some calves and get the fence up and all of that. I come out here on my 60-inch zero-turn Kubota, and I mow Everything that you see in grass, it goes over that hill a little bit, it goes back that way. The junkyard area, of course, all the way around here, and even up in that corner way over yonder and around. And I enjoy it. It's fun. I come out here and then I get on that mower and I mow for 3 hours or so, and it's just so awesome. I really enjoy doing it. I try to be careful. I lost a real good friend back last year on a zero turn mower. It turned over on him, and so I try to keep that in mind, but because that's one of the rougher parts. But I do it slow, and I've kind of got it down to know what works and what don't work. But while I got you on here, let's just walk around. Hey, check out Barry Beamer. You know him? Up in Bethel, Ohio. Barry Beamer, Beamer & Son Garage. Cool dude. And he's helped me a bunch, and he's got a lot of cars, and he's got a lot of connections with people that's got a lot of cars and stuff. And he's just a good old boy, so check him out. There's my dock. I've not been able to work on it in a while. I just got to finish boxing in those 2x6s, so it'll be like a 6x6 beam. Don't like really a whole lot more. Got that one post cut, and then I'm going to pour a concrete pad at the back of it and then get a roof over it. I would love before winter to have either one of those two done, the concrete pad or the roof, but I would rather have the roof and just get my gravel finished spreading out. But my pond is spring fed, comes from up over yonder by that cedar tree and runs down off that bank. It's pretty clear. It's got some good vegetation growing in it from a fish. I do not fish. I don't let nobody come in here and fish it because I just stocked it last winter. Well, I didn't, my neighbor did. And I like feeding them, talking to them, whatever. And then once it starts getting overstocked, we'll thin it out. That old boat was given to me, and I threw just a quick little bit of turquoise paint on it, knocked a hole in the back end and shoved it off the bank to sink it. Eventually, I'm going to put a post on the bank and tie a rope to it like I had it docked and it sunk. But it's just another thing that'll grow some stuff for the fish. And I just thought it looked cool. So it's free. And so, you know, my motto is if it's free, it's for me. Let's walk back to the junkyard. I don't think I've had y'all back in here in a little bit. We're going to eventually raise the limbs up on the canopies down through here on these trees. I'm gonna leave a majority of them because it'll make a good fence line. It'll give me some extra shade, but I'm gonna start way back here in the back, kind of get out around the corner here. At field kind of hooks around, but this is gonna be my future vintage junkyard site. Of course, this stuff's just dumped wherever it was the easiest at the time, but you can see that one trailer back there. We got a few limbs to cut right here, and I'm going to start trying to back all my trucks and or vans I'm parting out up this row. Stuff like that Plymouth that's not going to roll or move, I'm going to go down here on this deeper part. I've got a couple Cougars, that Le Mans up front. Some of that stuff I'll sit down lower, and then roller stuff, I'll build me a couple rows coming out the middle, and I can come all the way up here. It widens out at this gap that goes over into the big field, and you know, eventually I have it where calves can run in here. That'll help keep everything ate down. When I was growing up, my dad had a junkyard. We had cows, and it was amazing how clean the junkyard stayed because they would eat right out around the cars. The big GMC is actually going to become part of some landscaping for my wife somewhere in the future. It'll go up front, down to the right of the flagpole, get buried a little bit and landscaped around. Of course, I'll get the hood shut. I'm going to have a water fountain where it rolls out of the bed with flowers up there and circles. That's the plan. I got a lot of plans. I hope the good Lord lets me get some of them done. He has so far. But anyway, this winter, got to work out some of this stuff, and I want to leave a lot of those trees for shade and for the cows and stuff when we do finally get them going. But I go way down in the woods, a real big chunk. It's a valley in there, but still I'm glad to have that. And then of course this over here will just be grazing eventually. But yeah, that's the gist of everything. Just you know, we've had it a year, and if you'd have seen it a year ago versus now, for a chubby guy with a bad heart, I have gotten a lot of work done on it, but there's still a lot more to do. Hopefully where we live, the state highway is supposed to widen out, and they'll take our place. So when they get us bought out, by then I hope to have the new garage built, so I can move all my wheels and all that stuff out here, and then if we have to, we can live in it, because I'll have a bath and a kitchen like I do when I got at the house. And then we've decided we was going to build. I think we're just going to bring our double wide out here. We bought it new in 2009, and bring it out and remodel, put new siding and do some different things to it, freshen it up. And that'll help us on our debt load quite a bit. So yeah, I've not done a video this long. So it'll take a while. I do everything from my phone, so I don't do no editing and all that stuff. I'm a simple man right now. Someday I hope to get the GoPros and editing programs and some things like that. But right now, everything's I do it live. If I mess up, then I mess up. Here's the spring where it comes up out of the ground and keeps the pond fed, and then it overflows down through there. But if it gets real hot, it may quit running for a little bit, but more times than not, it's running. So I'll show you again. There's the big field in my house. I'll go over here someday. But I just wanted to do one. I hadn't got the chance to do a video. My channel is slowly growing. I've got some good people off of Instagram. I've got a lot of car people on Instagram that just subscribe. Barry Beamer, as I mentioned, the Beamer Son Garage, he has helped me a lot. He always promotes me, and I appreciate Barry. And so check him out, Beamer Son Garage. I think they're getting close to 1,000 subscribers. That's awesome. I'm in the mid to upper 40s. Would love by the end of the year to get to 200, and then we'll work on from there. I try to do everything in small increments instead of the big goal. Just keep doing it a little at a time. But anywho, this is kind of my hangout spot. It's my sanctuary. I love it. I could care less about traveling, going on vacation, seeing the ocean and beaches and all of that, because in my heart, the good Lord's given me everything right here that I could want. If I can just get it all fixed the way that we want it, and hopefully me and the wife and Axel, our dog, can spend many years out here. And so I hope you have your happy place as well. We all deserve one. If you work for it, I'm sure you'll get it. But that's going to do it for this one. Wow, I've done hit up 13 minutes. But I appreciate y'all. Appreciate any kind of comments. Hopefully they'll all be positive. Likes, shares, and most definitely subscriptions. Those would help a bunch. Because like I said, as I grow my business and junkyard here, I want to rely on YouTube to get the message out about cars like the ones I've got here and at home that I'm parting out, so I can help some of you all that are building these old cars. Because not all of them, per se, like this 65 Fairlane that they make reproduction parts for. You know, not everything is a Mustang or a Camaro or a Corvette or 57, you know, Tri-5 that they make everything reproduction. And that's cool. I mean, I like those cars too, but not everything offers reproduction parts. You got to try to find the original. And I don't crush anything. It would have to get down where there's nothing left before I'd even consider crushing something. So when it comes in here, it's probably going to stay until I'm gone and my wife does what she wants to do with them. I've done told her that. So you all have an awesome day, because it is a beautiful day here in Halls Gap, Kentucky. And I hope you have a great weekend coming up. And I appreciate you, and y'all have an awesome one. And I'll see you in the next one, and God bless.